Welcome back to the Murdy Creative Co podcast. I'm your host, Colin Murdy, and today's topic is old world business in a new age. But first, I want to say thank you to everyone who's supported the company so far. If you haven't got a chance, go check us out on the web at murdycreative.co. That's M-U-R-D-Y, creative.co. Or you can check us out on Facebook and Instagram by searching at murdycreative.co. It's the best of our product shots. Follow us, keep up to date with our daily photos, and be the first one to know about new product launches. You can also use the subscribe button at the bottom of our website to be included in all new our product announcements. Be sure to check out our laser engraving, personalization options, and exclusive colors on the website, or you can get a blank one on Amazon Prime. Also, don't forget to go follow us on TikTok at murdycreative.co if you're on TikTok. I'm working on doing more and more content there. So we had a recent one that was a pretty funny video that we also cross-posted to Instagram, and it did pretty well. So pretty happy about that. Anyway, this particular topic is something that came to me. I've been thinking about it for a long time. It's not a new issue. It's not something that was, surprising to me. It's just something that I've been struggling to resolve from an issue standpoint, because a lot of marketing in the e-commerce world is built around the modern e-commerce supply chain, which obviously tracks perfectly. And the modern e-commerce supply chain relies on a couple of specific things. It relies on, normally, manufacturers, traditionally overseas manufacturers, making products in large quantities that are all homogeneous, and then sending them from the overseas to warehouses in the U.S. or even sometimes to companies directly in the U.S. And then those companies either provide drop shipping services to third-party vendors on Shopify or Wix or whatever, or they resell them themselves directly without using a drop shipping warehouse. Now, it's going to shock you. I mean, like, so many of the businesses that you interact with operate on that exact model or some slight variation on that model. And because of this, most people are used to that. Most people are used to not only the way that the business is run, but they're actually used to the discounts that are able to be provided through that. Because what you don't know is that most of the products that you buy on a website, most of them, the cost of goods, the actual raw material that you're buying, the thing, costs the company normally less than 20%. Sometimes it's more than that, but rarely is it more than that. It's almost always less than 20%. Well, that means that a company can spend 20% or 25% on marketing out of the percentage of the cost of good, or out of the percentage of the retail price. They can spend 20 to 25% on marketing, and they can offer you a 20% discount on your first purchase. And they're still walking away with 40% margins. I mean, obviously, there's some admin costs, but if you think about it, for the most part, there's not much. If they're not warehousing it themselves, if they're not shipping it themselves, all the company's doing is marketing. And a company that's a good modern version of this that's been around for a long time is Red Bull. Red Bull does not do anything but marketing. Red Bull doesn't manufacture the cans. Red Bull doesn't manufacture the liquid that goes in the cans. All the Red Bull does is it's got a bunch of product designers that develop the next version of Red Bull. And then they have a bazillion bottlers all over the world, all over the United States, and they're from Austria, so all over the Europe countries. And they bottle them, they ship them out, they do all of that. Red Bull only does the marketing. So that model is not particularly new, but it means that, and because of the supply line, because of the manufacturing being done overseas, when this first came around, when this was kind of first launched, the companies that could pull it off, the companies that did it, were able to sell a product with a 20% cost of goods sold for less than the domestic competitors who may have had a higher cost of goods sold at a better price. And it was, in many ways, in many situations, particularly early on, the quality wasn't necessarily worse. So that model took over. It just took the world by storm. Now, there's a lot of downsides to this, and it's the one that we're struggling with most, and it's the one that you as a customer almost always are looking for a discount. You're looking for a deal. You're looking for a first-time offer. You're looking for all of that. And that's really hard to do for my business because we're more of the old world model, right, which is the Allen Edmonds or the Rolex, where we take raw materials of high grade and high quality, and we manufacture something to spec, to design. And we add custom work, and there's artistry and flourish and craftsmanship. And then once we're done making it, we sell it online. And because I come from the Midwest, I don't feel comfortable selling it for much more than we make it for. So if you think about, and because we actually make it, we have not only the cost of the raw materials and the cost of the finished good per se in that, we've got the labor costs, we've got equipment costs because we're manufacturing, we've got location costs because we have to put ourselves in a building, right? Whereas a drop shipper, they can do it out of their apartment. They don't need to actually have any inventory, right? So we have inventory costs and they don't have inventory costs. So there's a lot of elements to this process where for us, it's difficult to offer a first-time discount because of just the fact that we don't charge enough to do that. On the flip side of that, on the secondary side of that, we also struggle with the fact that we can't really do that because oftentimes the first time you buy is sometimes the last time you buy. A lot of businesses focus on the idea of customer retention. And for us, customer retention is kind of an interesting dichotomy because we make a really, 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 really good product that's going to last forever. So there's not a lot of reason for you to buy another one. I mean, there is if you need another one, or if you're going to give a good gift, or if you want to expand your collection because we offer different products that have different purposes, right? So I'm not saying that there's not a good place to buy another one or a good reason to buy another one. It's just that most people and most of our customers only buy one. And they're very happy with that one. And they love that one. And they're going to love that one for decades to come. But it's hard to run a business where you give discounts the first time someone buys when most of your customers, that will be their only purchase. Because the idea of giving someone a first-time discount is functionally because you expect them to buy again and again and again. Now, we as a company have been doing a lot of different shifts in the way that we're trying to build a product ecosystem and a support network for those products that allow people to have a reason to buy from us again and again. Not to give too much away, but we've got a project that we're hoping to launch in Q1 of next year that will potentially reshape and reframe this conversation entirely. It'll be good. It'll allow for us to do a lot of good things that we've been wanting to do, but it will potentially reshape and reframe the company in a real way. The other thing that we've been trying to figure out is how do we convince people who bought a journal to come back and buy a folio or to come back and buy a binder, because they do serve different purposes. They're actually functionally different core product ideas. And they function in different areas of your life. And trying to get people to understand that and to say, what you really want is you don't want just one, you want one of each of the categories. You don't necessarily need a normal case. I mean, I have two journals that I use on a regular basis, one for my personal and one for my pocket journal. And I obviously carry my travel folio at work, and I've got a binder with bound all of our documents. So, I mean, I use all of them in a variety of different ways, and I have multiples. I also run the company, so I can do that. But it's difficult, I think, for most people to kind of really understand why they would potentially need and use multiples of the different types of binders and journals and folios. And so we're struggling to get people to come back and realize that. And I don't necessarily know what a good solution to that is. I mean, we've talked a lot about different ways of marketing to that. And this conversation has been going round and round and round with my marketing team because I don't doubt that. I mean, let me put it this way. I have no doubt in their capabilities. They've done an excellent job so far. I think they're going to continue to do an excellent job. But I can tell in every one of our conversations that the world they come from is, for lack of a better term, a greasy e-com world. They come from a world where people are buying cheap stuff from China and they're reselling it on a website. They don't have any inventory, they don't have any supplies, and they can spend a lot of money on the marketing side of it because they're getting really good prices on it. And I can tell that's where they're coming from, and I don't fault them for that. That's frankly most of the businesses that they're going to interact with. That's the regular model for business in the world that we live in today. But it does create challenges for us because that's not our model. And I've been working on looking at other companies that I think are more along our lines. Rolex, Allen Edmonds, the shoe company. Even the companies like Icebreaker. I love Icebreaker, the wool outerwear company. They do a great job. They have a great product. And I own one of their expensive pieces, and I've been looking at buying another one because, well, I sometimes want to have a fresh one to wear. And frankly, if it was up to me, I'd wear the one that I like wearing just every day for the rest of my life. But it probably should have two if I'm going to do that. But you can see that even in that example of the icebreaker, there's a reason to have two, right? Because you want to wash one and you want to wear while you're washing one, right? Like there's a reason to have two, but there's not a lot of reason necessarily in that case to have 5 or 10, which would be an equivalent. And for Alan Edmonds, of course, there's a reason to buy multiple shoes, right? Maybe you'll buy a black one and a brown one, and maybe you'll have a boot, right? There's different styles and things like that. And that's similar in some ways to what we do. Rolex, it's hard to justify buying more than one Rolex. And so that's where I think for us, there's a lot of elements of that old world model that we need to figure out how to put into the new world. And I'm still struggling with that. Because we need to figure out a way to create offers, especially as we grow, especially as we get larger and larger. We as a company need to figure out ways to put a compelling offer in front of you so that when you see the advertisement and you land on the page, even if you come with a little resistance, right? So let's give you an example. If you see the advertisement and your first thought is, ooh, I like that. I don't know if I could use it, but I like it. And then you land on our website. And you think to yourself, well, it's a little expensive, but it's useful and it looks good, right? We need to come up with ways and offers and things that come to you as you're scrolling through a website, as you're journeying through a website, that individually each break down one of the reasons that you wouldn't want to buy, right? Maybe we talk about its longevity. Maybe that's what you're concerned about. We talk about its refillability. Maybe we talk about its sustainability. Maybe we talk about, and at the end of the day, one of the most compelling points of all of this is the price and how can we create offers that allow us to maintain our margins, allow us to continue to be, in existence, because you can't give away everything, particularly if this is maybe your last purchase. But at the same time, resolve that concern that you may have about that price. And we've done a lot of different things already, right? We offer a firm, so you don't have to buy it all. You don't have to pay for it all at once. If it's too expensive for you to pay for right now, you can pay for it in installments. We have offered, so that's a solution to the price. Right now, we've got a great sale going on that's a quantity-based sale. You buy one, you get the next one, you get the second one, 25% off. You buy 2, you get the third one, 50% off, or you buy 3 and you get the fourth one, 100% off. That was a whole issue last week when we first launched it, was that people didn't understand. Buy one, get one. They thought if they had one in their cart, they would get the discount. And anyway, maybe that's a good, that turned into a whole, I'm not going to say argument, but a very heated conversation with a bunch of different people. Just because there's some confusion. But anyway, I think we've cleared it up now. But those kinds of sales actually work out for us because to some extent it allows us to say, look, even if you only buy from us once, if you buy 2 things, it's functionally like you bought from us twice, right? That creates that same quantity that we really need to be able to offer a decent discount because it generates the volume. So we can do things like that potentially, but does that always work? And how will it always work? If it doesn't work all the time, or if it does work really well, do we need to save it for specific times? Anyway, these are all elements of trying to fit an old world model of manufacturing into a new world of the internet. But it's important to realize that this model, the model we have of manufacturing, is more and more likely to show up in the US because more and more as the supply chains of the world get stressed and become unstable, the more and more manufacturing domestically will become an appealing option. And so it's important for companies and consumers to be able to understand the relationship there. So, all right, folks, thanks for tuning in today. Be sure to check back in on Thursday for our next topic. Don't forget to check that subscribe button below to be sure to get the latest podcast right away. If you're looking for a question, if you have questions or concerns about your binder, journal, folio, anything we sell, please feel free to contact us at the main page of our website at Murdy Creative Co. Or you can contact us via Instagram and Facebook. You can text, email, call, direct message, all the usuals. We'll do our best to get back to you as soon as possible. We do appreciate your patience. Normally, it takes about 24 to 48 hours to respond to emails. We're doing our best. We, so far, have been able to stay on top of it pretty well. But if for whatever reason during Christmas, things get a little hectic. So we do appreciate your patience. If you want to get a hold of us in a hurry, please feel free to give us a call at 414-434-9001. You can call us Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Central Time. This Thursday is Veterans Day, so we won't be in the office on Veterans Day. You can also text us at number 414-434-9001 if, for whatever reason, you call and we aren't able to pick up during office hours, or it's Thursday and it's Veteran Day, or we're out of the office because it's after hours. Please feel free to leave us a voicemail. We do respond to those. We do get back to those. If it's about a specific order you've placed, if you can include the order number, that does help us. Sometimes when people just give us their name, their name can be spelled a bunch of different ways, and it's hard for us to find what they're specifically talking about. So an order number is always helpful in that case. We do want to help you. We want to solve your problems. So definitely feel free to reach out to us by phone if you'd like, 414-434-9001. If you think we deserve it, a good review can go a long way to help us grow our community. Both a review on the podcast on whatever app you're listening on, but also a review on the product. If you can also read all of our amazing 5-star reviews and leave us one at murdycreative.co/reviews. If you want to go and leave us reviews, there's a button that says leave us a good review. You click on that, it'll take you to facebook.com/murdycreative.co/reviews. You can go in, you leave all your reviews. It says, do you recommend the Murdy Creative Company? You click yes, you write your review. We love them. We read them. They're going to go up on the wall in the new workshop when I get 5 minutes to do it. It's amazing. We love them. If for whatever reason you leave us a bad review, there's another button that says get directly in contact with us. It is deeply personally important to me that everyone has a good experience with a company. Give us an opportunity to make it right. Whatever the problem is, whether it's something that needs to be recrafted, something refunded, we will take care of you. We really do. We really stand by that. We mean that. Give us an opportunity to make it right before you leave us a bad review. You can reach out to us directly via that button, and that really does mean a lot to me. Word of mouth is the best form of advertising, so please tell your friends. If you'd like to get a little something for doing that, go to our website, murdycreative.co. In the bottom left-hand corner, there is a rewards button. When you click on that rewards button and you're logged in, you get 5% back on any in-store purchase you make as in-store credit, but then also there's a shareable link there. If you share that link with your family and friends, they get $5 off their first purchase. So it's a great way to share the company, help out. If you have any podcast topics you want to hear more about, send them my way. I'm always happy to talk about just about anything. You can either leave it in the comments below on YouTube, or you can send us an email, sales, S-A-L-E-S, at murdycreative.co, or you can reach out to us via the contact form on our website. We're always looking for new topics to talk about, and if you got something you want to hear more about, let me know. If you're looking for multiple items, for gifts, giveaways, menus, really any reason, ask about our bulk discounts. We already have them built into the cart, so they're all built into the cart. All you need to do is go in, add whatever you like, mix and match to your heart's desire. It's just based off the total cart quantity, no matter what you buy. The best discount will automatically be applied. We do have a really good one going on right now with our buy. For example, if you were to get buy 3, you can get the 4th one free, and that actually applies to multiples. So if you buy 8, you'll get 2 free. If you buy 12, you'll get 3 free, and so on and so forth. So functionally, if you're going to get a multiple of 4, you're going to get an upwards of 25% discount just right out of the box, which is great. If you are looking for a bulk discount right now, because you're going to get a large quantity, please, if it's going to be more than, I should say, 100, or if it's going to be more than 50, reach out to us, sales, S-A-L-E-S, at murdycreative.co. We are dealing with longer lead times right now, just because obviously we're going into Christmas and there's a lot of other things that go into play. So if you're going to be purchasing large quantities, I'm not saying we can't do it. We definitely probably can, but we need to be working on getting that purchase made as soon as possible, just because we are working on an increased volume and longer lead times on larger orders. So definitely reach out to us with that, S-A-L-E-S, at murdycreative.co for those kinds of things. If you're looking for a custom engraved item, we haven't got the new customizer yet. That's hopefully going to be coming next week, maybe. But you can feel free to reach out to us with your item and your logo, which one you'd like. Send us an email, SALES, at murdycreative.co. Include the image that you'd like engraved and any details about which product you're interested in, and any, obviously, details about positioning, if you want it in the center front or whatever. That always helps us. We'll create a free mock-up for you to look at, and then once you like that mock-up, we'll be able to create a custom order link that you'll be able to purchase through. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Have a great day, and goodbye.